So we've sent a campaign, and now it's time to take a look at the results. One thing to note here, don't check your campaign results immediately. A campaign can take some time to be delivered, read, and opened. And since you worked hard to brand and identify your email as something fun to read, you want to give your readers a little time to get to it. After you've sent a few campaigns, you'll start to see some patterns that tell you how long it takes for people to get to your email. I usually check my campaigns about 2 to 3 days after they're sent. We're here at MailChimp.com. Let's log in as Kimberly. You're looking at some basic results of the first campaign. As you're taking a look at these basic results, you'll see how many readers opened and clicked the campaign. You can also see how your email results compared to others in your industry. We aren't seeing any list growth yet, but we will later when we set up the subscribe form. At the bottom are some notes from MailChimp about your email newsletter. You'll notice that one reader forwarded it. Let's take a look at the report. Click View Report. In the overview, you can see how many subscribers your email was sent to, as well as identifying information, so you know you selected the right campaign. You can see some basic data on the number of subscribers that opened the email and/or clicked it. Scrolling down a little further, you can see when it was last opened and/or clicked, so that you can know when people are engaging with your campaign. You can also check whether your campaign was forwarded and whether anyone reported abuse. The 24-hour performance of your campaign tells you when people are engaging with your email. This can be useful in determining when people like to read it, so you can time it better next time. You can see even more information about what your audience is clicking specifically and who opened the campaign more than once. A little further down, you can see social performance, and we don't have a lot here to look at, but you do notice that 27 people clicked to view the newsletter in their browser. And you can even see locations, but everybody in our list is from the USA. Clicking the Activity tab lets you further isolate specific details about your campaigns. For example, taking a look at who didn't open it. Depending on their email system, however, that may or may not be useful information. For example, if your email system automatically displays email content without having to open the email, you might read it and continue on, having consumed the message without actually triggering an open. The Links tab shows you what links your readers liked enough to click. The Social tab shows you whether your campaigns are being liked or tweeted. Our readers aren't doing very much with the Share tab, so we might want to point that out to them in our next campaign, or we might want to change where we position the social block so that they can see it better. The E-commerce tab shows you any e-commerce data if you have integrated e-commerce 360 with MailChimp to track subscribers' order information and to gather conversions. Setting this up means setting up a plugin for the shopping cart system that you used. I haven't used this yet because it requires a developer to help integrate it with my website. The Conversations tab is for paid customers, and the Advanced tab shows you information about the email domains, information that we already saw. As you continue to work with MailChimp, you can compare successful campaigns with those that were not so successful, but be sure to factor in things like holidays, when people might be inundated with email, or traveling, so that they just get rid of everything they can't process right now. If a campaign was spectacularly successful or woefully unsuccessful, it might not be anything that you did. There are a lot of factors outside of your control. Comparing the results over time is the best way to get a good picture of what your readership likes and doesn't like. And remember that they change too, so what works one year may not work the next time. That's just the nature of email marketing.